What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we do have a new unit dropping tonight. The MAJIN BUU Ultimate Gohan that they announced, I want to say, a handful of days ago. I covered a little bit in one of my prior videos, in my 10th anniversary prep videos. I spoke on him a little bit, and I said I was going to be doing a how to build guide, and this is going to be it. So let's just hop right in and break him down a little bit and see like what the best way to build him is going to be. So power absorption or transformation boost, category key 3, HP attack and defense 170, plus an additional HP attack and defense of 30% to artificial life form or uncontrollable power. So that kind of tabbles into that Broly later skill a little bit. Super attack is Super Ghost Kamikaze attack and greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, causes immense damage to enemy. So he doesn't stack, but he does have a high damage output, probably is what it's sounding like. So passive skill, power merged with BUU. Key +2, attack and defense of 200% start a turn. Guards all attacks, plus an additional attack and defense of 58% when attacking, without even being a super. Plus an additional attack and defense of 100%, and high chance of forming a crit for the first 6 turns. So he has a 50% chance to crit for the first 6 turns from the start of battle. High chance of evading, including super attacks, overall attacks, and super attacks, and launches an additional attack. There's a great chance of becoming a super attack starting from the 7th turn. So after your first 6 turns are up, you lose the crit, 50%, but you gain a 50% chance to dodge, a 50% chance, a guaranteed additional attack built in, which has a 70% chance to be a crit, or a super attack. So that seems pretty good. He seems like he's pretty built for later on in the fight just to do more additionals and supers just to really build up his stats. Plus an additional attack and chance of forming a critical hit plus 50%, and extreme class allies key +2 and attack and defense of 50% when there's another power absorption or transformation boost category ally attacking in the same turn. So he gets attack plus 50% and crit plus 50%, and all extreme class allies get that buff. So you really do not want to build him at all for criticals. So he's guaranteed crits for the first 6 turns, and then from then on out he's got a 50% chance to crit. Plus he's a tech type, so he's got crit built in at level 5. So, the more HP remaining when the character received an attack for the first time in a turn, the greater the additional defensive boost received within the turn. So if you're at full health and you get hit, you get to boost up to 150% with the maximum of 150% defensive buffs. That's really good. So you could probably run him as a slot 1 unit. He'll take the first hit for quite a bit of damage, possibly, but then again, he does have guard. So he could take quite a bit of damage, honestly. I don't know. That sounds really odd. I like his passive. The way he's built is really, really good. He's got a 100% chance to crit. So you literally want to build him with additionals and dodges is what it sounds like so far. Active skill, body absorption. Creates the domain inside MAJIN BUU. Transfers the character's consciousness inward for 3 turns. Activation conditions can be activated when all allies attacking the same turn are power absorption category allies. Well, it doesn't even say allies. Characters. Or starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle once only. Domain effect is power absorption at transformation boost category enemies and allies attack and defense of 15%, plus MAJIN BUU Saga category enemies or allies get an additional 15%. So MAJIN BUU power absorption and transformation boost get 30% collectively if they fit both of those, either one of these two or either one of these two. Kind of nice. Some really good links. He's got Majin, big bad bosses, which is nice. Metamorphosis is really good for additional health and attack and defense. Shocking speed is pretty good. So is, Fear and Faith is alright, just gives you more key. Wall standing tall is good for offensive stats, and so is Fierce Battle, but every Dokkan Fest unit gets that. His best linking partner is going to be the Transforming EZA STR Super BUU that transforms into Ultimate Gohan Super BUU. They're going to be best linking partners with giving him key +6, an attack of 90% buff, and defense of 55%, and gets a guaranteed 5% HP recover. That's pretty nice, actually. You also have the LRs, which will link really well with as well, except for the only thing they won't share is Legendary Power because he's not an LR. So let's take a look at his domain form now. Alright, the domain form, nothing really changes other than the super attack, or the super attack and the passive skill. So super attack becomes, I want to say that's ill surprise or 3 surprise. I think that's ill. I could never been able to be sure. Ill surprise massively raises attack, causes immense damage to enemy, and a high chance of stunning. Passive skill becomes Demonic Maze, key +6, attack and defense of 300%, plus an additional attack of 100% when attacking. Gets a 70% damage reduction, changes AGL spheres to TEQ spheres, plus additional defense of 40 when receiving an attack, and chance of performing a critical hit plus 5% per key sphere obtained. Launches an additional super attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and launches another additional super with 6 or more. Launches an additional super attack when there's a fused fighters category enemy, and you get a guaranteed 30%. So, I'm going to stick with what I said early on. This man definitely seems like he is an additional dodge kind of build. Like, there's no question that this guy's additional dodge all the way. I mean, yeah, you get that 50% dodge after turn 7, but most of the time anymore, really in fights, you're not going to get that far. And if you do, that's just an even more benefit for you later on. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to say this man needs to be additionals and dodges, especially because you don't get an additional attack buffer until turn 7, and he has a guaranteed 100% chance to crit for the first 6 turns he's out there, so he'll get 3 times out there with that. And he's a good support as long as he's linked with a power absorption and transformation boost, but you're more than likely going to run him on one of these two because those are his 2 teams. I mean, yeah, he's definitely additional dodge, so I'm going to say we build him like this. I'm going to say go 6 additional, 5 crit because it's built in, and then 15 dodge. So we're going to go 3 up in the top left for additional, 6 for crit, or I'm sorry, not 6 for crit, 6 for dodge because there's 2 available for dodge up in the top left. And in the bottom right, we're going to go 1 additional, so that's going to put him at 6 additional with the still staying at 5 criticals. And then the other 3 there in the bottom right, we're going to go with all dodges across the board, either dodge or additional, but I'm going to say dodges. So we're going to go 6 additional, 5 critical, and 15 dodge just to give you that really high dodge chance early on. And then for the skill orbs, it's going to be something similar to what I'm stating in the hidden potential system. Go additional dodges all the way across the board. If you want to go a little more critical, you can. I really do not see any point with him having 100% chance to crit for the first 6 turns if you're running him on his team. But you do you. But yeah, I'm going to say go additional dodge all the way across the board with the skill orb as well. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle when we summon for this man later tonight. See you guys then.